Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna make this video at all 2 years ago, but now that I'm almost a graduate and I'm about to graduate college in the next couple of months, actually, technically, I decided to make this so I can actually look at this when I am gray and old.
God, that sounds like an old head.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to, I would say, a brand new video. Like the thumbnail. Yes, this video is correct. I did fail out of college, technically. Indeed, I was extremely street smart.
Barely.
But when it came to doing anything that would have to deal with either schoolwork, projects, or literally anything that had to do with literally sitting in a class all day, mindlessly taking down notes and doing anything that has to deal with that sort of education that we're sort of taught and catered towards for, I would say, the majority of our lives. And the great thing is, I'm making this video for anybody that actually is in the same predicament as I was literally 3.5 years ago, when I was literally on the brink of dropping out of college, failing. And I'll even put up on the screen right now, and I'll just put it right here, my GPA for that actual semester, which was basically a 1.75.
Jesus, that was probably terrible.
It was a 1.75 GPA. That was probably the lowest GPA I've ever had in my entire life. Literally before college, after college, that's probably the lowest GPA I've ever had in my entire life. For good reasons of that, and which I'm going to talk about later in the video. Before I actually get into the video, make sure that you drop a like, subscribe, so that you can actually get future content, and so that you can be part of the free. I honestly put that in my notes too as well. Like literally I put
Chocolate chip and thin mint gang.
if you want a free cookie, it's gonna be either right here or right here. Just letting you know if you want that free cookie.
Make sure you subscribe.
And let's get right into the video. Let's roll back all the way to 2018.
Some cool editing transition music or something that's heavenly.
Let's go back to 2018.
Back when the world was normal.
And this year that's right here, you see this year, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. We don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it. So going back in 2018, I remember I was going to community college. I was freshly out of high school. I graduated June, I think the very first week of June, and I had no plans of going to a 4-year school. And I was really tempted to just get started in the workforce and basically work my entire life so I can actually retire, let's say normally at 60 or 70, before I knew anything about finance or even business. Luckily for me, I actually had a great counselor when I was in high school that got me interested in going to community college rather than going to a 4-year school, because one, it was cheaper, it was affordable, and the commute to the community college that I was actually interested in was actually about 15 to 20 minutes where I actually personally lived. So not only was it affordable, but it was also easily accessible, whether or not I wanted to stay close to the community college with a couple friends, or if I wanted to stay home with my family. And the best part also that I think I also highlighted and talked about earlier was that the school is also catered a lot towards business and nursing majors. I think it was top ranked in our actual state. It's kind of differing depending on if you're a student, professor, or even someone that just works there. So I went to the school, met an advisor, I took my placement testing for both reading and math, and basically within the first, I would say, month or so, it was between August and September-ish, around that time period of the year, when school basically starts for a lot of people in the actual United States, in which I actually had my classes. I'm actually going to list them off like right here. So basically I had 2 business classes, I had 1 reading class, I had 1 math class, which was basic college algebra that everybody needs to take. And I also took this weird class called freshman seminar. I think it's also described as like first year experience, but it's actually required for anybody that's an incoming freshman. And basically a total, and I'm going to put the actual totals for each one of the classes up right here on the actual side of my head right now.
With the fresh cut.
Well,
Smack it.
but in total, I basically had 16 credits, which basically made me a little more than full-time as a college student, which in the United States, you actually only need 12 credits in order to be identified as a full-time college student. Like everybody was thinking when they actually start their freshman year, it's sort of like, oh, I can take an 8 a.m. class.
Oh, I could pile up 7 to 8 classes. I'm used to it because I literally just came out of high school. I'm so used to that.
I'm so used to that environment, and I'm so used to having such a huge workload on myself. I know how to time manage. I know how to save money.
Man, was I stupid.
Like every single time I talk to people about this, my world crumbled extremely, extremely
quickly?
I failed my math class. I think I got an F in the math class that I actually took. I got, I think, 2 D's. I got 1 C. And the only class that I actually got an A in was actually the first year class. The main driving force from that, and I'm not going to blame anybody but myself, I take full responsibility for how I actually showed myself, or basically my actions during that entire first semester. During the entire semester, I had no type of guidance. Literally, I was the only person that I knew besides maybe one other dude that actually went to my high school and the neighboring high school that I went to. And I kind of felt alone. I didn't have any type of mentor. I didn't have any type of guidance. I didn't have any type of teachers, professors. During some portion of that time, I usually just shrugged it off. They would ask me how I'm doing, and I said, oh, I'm just fine. Literally, I felt burnt out within the first month or two, and I honestly was on the brink of dropping out. Hearing that now, versus having the guidance that I had my second semester and even my second year, I was able to increase my GPA from a 1.75 to about a 3.0. And even now, I was able to actually have my GPA. I even had honors at the new school, or the new 4-year university that I'm at right now. And right now, I'm going to break down how I actually was able to do that. The main thing that actually helped me was actually mentors, as well as the professors and the actual counselors that I actually had at my community college. For the community college that I actually went to, there was a certain club that helped out minorities that were either Black, Hispanic. Luckily,
I'm both. Double help. That's not how it works.
Basically, the main goal of the club that I remember from was to help people that were of minorities, mainly Black males and Hispanic males, that were having trouble with both the math scores that they had, because at the actual college that I went to, on average, Black men and Hispanic men were the lowest scoring in the entire school at the time. So the main goal for the people that were actually a part of that club were to help and mentor the people that were struggling with their grades, or they were struggling with any other classes that they had, both depending on the major, as well as math being the majority of what the club was sort of factored around. Not only did they actually help me with my math classes, they also helped me with my reading, my business classes. They even helped me pay off some of my tuition and even some of the books that I had during the entire semester, so that I was able to both have zero type of debt and also graduate on time, even during the
illness.
I'm actually really thankful for what they actually did for me, and I can't thank them enough. Literally, without them, I don't know where I would be right now. Right now, I'm on the track of actually graduating within the 4-year span that most people are averaging about. Usually it's between 4 to 5 years, or even possibly a 6 year. But my goal is to mainly graduate within the next year or so, and I think I've talked about that in the last video that I had, which I'll probably link up here. But from that help and from that math department as well at the school, I was able to increase my GPA from a 1.75 to right now I have honors at the school that I currently attend, with about a 3.6 to 3.7 GPA right now. And that's from not only getting help from mentors, but also getting help from professors, and also getting help from previous students that took the exact same classes as I did, which was a huge driving force to increase my grades for the last 2 to 3 years. So what's this video mainly about? It really isn't catered towards, I would say, students, but it's also catered towards people that are struggling in life. I would say in the past 4 years, without the mentors I had, without any of the professors, without any of the guidance that I had, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I'm just hoping that you guys, or whoever watches this to the end of the video, there's also a free cookie right here. I hope you guys get something from this video too. So I love each and every single one of you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, thank God my hair is on right now.
I'm freaking dying right now.
Even my second year of high school, not my second year of high school, second year of college. I need some water, I ain't gonna lie. We got the it's gonna be a smooth